Good morning, if you are here, or afternoon or evening. I apologize that I'm adjusting after the fact. YouTube and I like to fight over whether or not I have the correct direction on the phone. And it won't let me keep it in my um, in my whatchamacallit stand while I adjust it and get it started. And then we end up in this fun little loop where I end up starting my video just rambling and trying not to complain about starting funny. And on that note, welcome to Spirituality in Sin City. I'm Rachel Hoyt, and we are going to talk a little bit about playing cards tarot this morning. I go live every day because I am looking for people who have found playing cards in the wild and are looking for information about what that card might mean. And I draw a card at the end of the day, every day, to let us know what to think about and look for going forward. And then we talk about it the next day, as in right now, and, make sure we've fully thought through what yesterday's card means. So, Revelation, 9 of Diamonds. We actually drew this card already, like a week ago. Please excuse the background noises. I have disabled my cat's giant hamster wheel to try and cut down on the background noise. And so she is pouting and making noise in every other way possible. Apparently, she's feeling very antsy this morning. So we'll just have to forgive her, let her do her thing. Anyhow, back to Knight of Diamonds. We actually drew it once already and discussed it about a week ago. And so the fact that we've drawn it again makes me think, we missed talking about exactly what it was trying to say, or just we're still hiding truth. The 9 of Diamonds is about truth coming to light, a truth being revealed is why I say revelation. And excuse me one second, I thought I had my chat screen up in case y'all are saying hi on my computer, but now I looked over and it was not there. I think I got you now. So, hello everyone. Back to Knight of Diamonds is, I summarize by saying revelation. It is a truth being revealed. And the fact that I've drawn it twice in a week, to me, is significant. It means didn't hear the message the first time, or it's still very important, need to go back to it. And as I drew it again yesterday, what it made me think of is, what are we hiding? What am I hiding? What are you hiding? What truth is being, sometimes the truth has been revealed and we're not really paying attention to it. That could be an interpretation of why it's drawn twice. So interestingly enough, an interview that I've been waiting to see for a little while came online yesterday. And, well, I shouldn't say see, it's a podcast interview between a poker player, the only other poker player I know who strongly believes in intuition, shall we say, and wanted to hear more about what he has to say. And in that interview, they said something out loud that is one of my fears, a truth that, I knew it didn't really need to be revealed, but maybe there's a reason why it's being shoved in front of my face again. And that is, they said, if this information about intuition assisting poker play was not coming from Andrew, who is an extremely accomplished player and has a very long resume of wins on Handmade that you can go verify, and you can see him on TV and He's known. If it was not coming from someone like him, they said they would not listen at all. It would just be complete woo-woo that they would ignore and dismiss. And, I generally felt and knew that truth, but I had never heard anybody say it out loud. There'd never really been, well, there's been opportunities. People could have said it to my face, but actually, many poker players are too nice to do that and will respond more kindly when I talk to them about my tarot poker um, beliefs. So, research, I should say. They are my beliefs, but I usually am talking to them about research and how I am trying to verify my beliefs, which you can see on some of my other videos. I have a new short coming out today, and I'll be working on more tarot poker hand analyses to show you what cards keep appearing when certain things keep happening, would be the gist of that. But, hearing the quiet part out loud, that these people who are fairly respected in the poker world and are constantly interviewing celebrities would not have paid any attention to this subject when it's coming from someone like me, it's hard to hear. It's hard to hear them say it out loud, even when I already knew that it was true. And to be honest, I don't really know what to do with that at this point. So, yeah, suggestions, comments, please feel free to say hi. And hello, Pizza Demon. I can't read very well from where I'm sitting. I might enjoy some rain. I'm in the desert, and it's supposed to be hot today, so I'll switch with you if that sounds all right. I'm sure you would gleefully. We always want what we don't have, right? You have too much rain. I have too much sun. Why can't we just get something right in the middle, right? That's the truth that we want to hear, but it's not a truth. It's not what we get. Anyhow, let me pause on my painting here for a second and pull out these verses and quotes that I pulled. I pulled some more quotes to help us think about the energy of the Nine of Diamonds, because the other ones that we read the other day did not convey everything that we needed to hear. So, I, again, for the Bible verse, wanted to think about Luke 8:17, for nothing is hidden that will not be disclosed, nor anything concealed that will not be known or brought out into the open. So you can try to hide the truth all you want, but it's still the truth and it will come out. I'm sure there's varying opinions on that, but I still believe that's true. Not everyone will find out your truth if it's a truth you're trying to hide, but I do think the truth comes out, and it's not so great to hide it. So, but the more of the message today is, what I was trying to make the point I was trying to make with the poker story and the interview I was listening to, and the fact that people don't want to hear truth from someone like me about poker and tarot and intuition, is the question is, are you willing to listen to truth from an unusual source, from someone you don't know, from someone you disagree with on other things, from someone you don't like, from someone you think is dumb? Are you willing to hear truth from them? And do you think that they might be able to hold truth and convey truth to you? I personally think it's very possible. I'm not just saying that because it applies to me. But let's move on to some more quotes that might help you with the revelation and the truth that you need to think about right now. From the Dhammapada, verse 276, I found, "You yourselves must strive. The Buddhas only point the way." Found that to be a pretty encouraging thought. Doesn't really matter how great your spiritual leader is, or scripture, or whatever you still have to strive towards it. It's not about just thinking about it or knowing it. You need to put some action out there and strive towards the truth that you want to live. This one I never heard before, even though I love Rumi. I'm a bit of a poet. Apparently, Rumi said, "Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is mere opinion. Bewilderment is intuition." Let's see if I can read that one correctly. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. Cleverness is mere opinion. Bewilderment is intuition. Kind of an interesting thought. I definitely feel, well, I used to feel more bewildered when I first started experiencing intuition. Now it makes more sense to me, and it's not quite as, I wouldn't describe it as bewildering, even though trying to explain it is very difficult. And that's something else that I really enjoyed on it was the Think Poker podcast, if you're curious to hear that one, where they interviewed Lucky Chewy, the interview I'm talking about. And, well, now I've lost my train of thought because I pulled that thought out for you. Sell your cleverness. Bewilderment is intuition. They were trying to get Andrew to explain how he feels intuition, how he knows that it's an intuitive thought. And I was encouraged to know that even he can't convey it super well. And he said that. He's like, well, it's different. It doesn't always show up the same. Sometimes his heart rate might start racing as a signal, but sometimes it might show up a different way. For me, sometimes I've gotten really, really cold all of a sudden, or really, really hot. And that's been a signal, but that's not a common signal for me. Often it's just a really subtle feeling, or, I was already having a particular thought, and then the sign showed up. So to me, that was intuition in action. But yeah, it's a little bit bewildering even when you understand it. So that is one of the revelations of the day for me. Again, I love Carl Jung, but I had not heard this. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Until you reveal the subconscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Obviously, I did a little editing that second time, but that's how it felt to me reading it. Very much about revelation. Got to reveal those subconscious thoughts, subconscious things holding you back. And then it can stop controlling you. So maybe the fact that I've admitted, I know y'all think I'm crazy because I cannot give you a giant poker resume to back up my tarot poker research, but just look at the research for itself and let the truth be revealed. Yeah, it's a little complicated that it's coming from me, but that doesn't mean that it's not true, right? Last quote of the day. Teresa of Avila said, "It is foolish to think that we will enter heaven without entering into ourselves." It is foolish to think that we will enter heaven without entering into ourselves. So, don't complicate things for yourself. Look at what might be the complication. Look at the truth that might be right in front of your face and how it might be stopping you. Was that something that happened for you in the last 24 hours? Leave me a comment. Let me know if this card spoke to you. So, without further ado, let's draw a card for today. And I'm just going to hang out here for a few minutes and do a little more painting in case anybody wants to chat, ask any questions about playing cards tarot, tell me a story, playing card that you found. That's what I'm here for. Awesome deck. What advice do we need to hear today? Tell us what we need to know. Ooh, what advice do we need to hear today? Two of spades time. Time for some tact. Might be time to pause. Pausing physically or with your voice. Not sure. Up to you. You will know the message and how exactly it is speaking to you, if it's meant to speak to you. At least that is my belief. So I'm going to be tactful and zip it for a bit. And yeah, do you have any questions for me? How's your day going? Where are you at? What you doing? Have you seen my fortune-telling playing cards before? Do you want one? Can I explain them to you? Oh, I guess oh, no, I did not get all of them. For a second there, I thought I already finished this page. But then I knew I did not. Have you ever found a playing card in the wild? Do you enjoy tarot readings? Do you wish I was telling you more about the card? What are you up to this morning? Getting ready for work? All right. Well, progress has been made. Actually, yeah, that's usually all the colors I do. But I'm going to sit there and stare at them for a while before I decide if they are done. All right. I'll see you tomorrow morning to discuss the Two of Spades. This is your card of the day. And I'll be back at 7:07 a.m. Leave me some comments if you have some questions, or just come back tomorrow morning with your questions. Thank you so much for watching, and have an awesome